Have you ever asked yourself what you truly value most in life? Is it success? Is it health? Is it relationships? Or is there something even deeper that gets buried under the news of daily survival? What if the most precious thing is not something you can hold, buy, or even define easily, but something you've lost and didn't even know it? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we journey to the center of the human spirit to uncover what may be the most overlooked and yet most vital treasure we all possess: a pure heart. Not in a poetic or sentimental sense, but in the most practical, transformative way. Let's begin with a difficult truth. Any of us spend our entire lives chasing things: money, titles, recognition, comfort, pleasure, even spiritual experiences. But none of these, on their own, bring lasting peace. Because they are impermanent, they rise, they fall, they excite, then they exhaust. And in that exhaustion, we begin to notice a deeper hunger, the longing not for more things, but for more being. Longing to feel clean inside. Wake up without shame. Rest without regret. Walk without heaviness. This is the longing for purity of heart. And it's something that no external achievement can ever replace. What is purity of heart? It's not about being flawless. It's not about being morally superior. It's not about spiritual perfection. It's about being deeply, radically honest. It's about being transparent with yourself and with life. It's the feeling you get when there's nothing to hide, nothing to prove, and nothing to fear. It's the child within you that still believes in love, truth, and goodness, even if the adult has become cynical. It's the clear mirror that reflects reality without distortion. It's your original mind, before the stories, the trauma, the layers of conditioning. And here's the painful part: most of us have lost it. Not because we're bad, but because we've forgotten. We've built layers to protect ourselves. We've accumulated resentment, judgment, and defensiveness. We've become too busy to notice what's been quietly suffocating inside us. But the good news: purity of heart can be restored. Not by adding something, but by removing what no longer belongs. It's not a journey of gain. It's a journey of return. Let me tell you a story. Your mama, namely, was constantly exhausted. Despite a good job, decent health, and friends, she felt a heaviness she couldn't explain. She tried yoga, journaling, therapy. Each helped, but only briefly. One evening, after a conflict with your sister, she sat in silence and finally asked herself, "What am I running from?" And from somewhere deep within, the answer came: "I'm tired of pretending." You realized she had been living for years under a mask, trying to be liked, to be right, to be impressive. And with that one realization, she broke down in tears. But they weren't just tears of sadness. They were tears of cleansing. Tears of truth. Tears that slowly washed away years of armor. At night, Lee didn't meditate, he didn't pray, he didn't read scriptures. She just sat with herself, honestly, tenderly. And for the first time in years, she felt light. That's what it means to recover purity of heart. Not by becoming something, but by letting yourself be. At choosing vulnerability over performance. Presence over perfection. Truth over appearances. The great spiritual masters of all traditions point to this. Jesus said, "Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God." The Buddha taught that the mind, when purified, becomes luminous. Sufi mystics speak of polishing the heart until it reflects the beloved. It's a universal truth. The pure heart is not just a moral state. It's a perceptual state. When your heart is pure, you see clearly. You love freely. You forgive deeply. You receive fully. Because you are no longer filtering life through the lenses of fear, blame, or agenda. A purity of heart doesn't mean you won't feel pain. In fact, it makes you more sensitive, and not in weakness, but in awareness. You feel the suffering of others. You cry more easily. You laugh more fully. You live more honestly. This can feel like both a gift and a burden. But ultimately, it is liberation. Because it means you are no longer controlled by numbness. You are alive again. So how do we begin to recover purity of heart? We start with silence. Not external silence, but internal stillness. Even 5 minutes a day of sitting, breathing, observing can begin to soften the grip of night. Next, we tell the truth. Ourselves first. We admit when we try. We confess when we're afraid. We let ourselves feel what we've been avoiding. And we forgive. Not for the sake of others, but for the freedom of our own heart. Every grudge is a chain. Every resentment is a stone. Forgiveness is the fire that melts them. And we return to innocence. This doesn't mean ignorance. It means trust. It means believing the gun in beauty, and possibility, and the basic goodness of life, and the sacredness of your breath. And finally, we serve. We use our life not just for ourselves, but for others. Even small acts done with sincerity purify the heart. Helping a stranger, listening without interruption, saying thank you with full presence. Each one is a drop in the river of return. You may wonder, can I really change? Can I really become pure again? The answer is not just yes. It's that you never stopped being pure. You only covered it. And every moment of tenderness, of truth, of love peels back the layers. Until one day, you meet yourself again. And realize, you were always enough. Always worthy. Always light. Thank you for watching this video. If this message stirred something in your heart, share your experience in the comments. What is one thing you're ready to release to return to your purity? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to join our growing community. And if you feel inspired, consider becoming a member to support our journey together. Until next time, stay open, stay real, and remember, the most precious treasure you own is the one that lives quietly within you.
Before you leave, here's something special. In Buddhism, we believe that every encounter carries a deeper meaning. Would you like to discover your true soul connection, the one written into your destiny? Take the soulmate test today and unveil the hidden truths of your journey. Click the link below and begin your path now.
http://soulmate. You wisdom more, come, white.